You'll be our last speaker.
All right. Thank you, Mr. Chairman and members of the Senate Energy and Natural Resources Committee. For the record, my name is Representative Jonah Orion Wheeler, and I represent the towns of Peterborough and Sharon, and I'm a member of the House Environment and Agriculture Committee. And I wanted to come testify in support of this piece of legislation as a member of the committee, if not, I think, the only member who voted against this piece of legislation in its final form in committee. I voted against it because I supported the original version of the bill based off of the testimony that we heard here today that we'll get into in 1431 as well. This is a series of products that are 1,000 times more toxic than DDT is for the bee population. And when DDT was seen as toxic, we as a country immediately took action in dealing with the fact that that was out on the market. And I think that we should do a similar thing here. But if we're not going to do that, which the House has determined we will not do, then I think a study committee, a legislative study committee, is the right way to move forward. And in terms of any potential amendments on what we came out of committee with, I would say the legislative study committee is restricted to legislators. And so we have the ability to look at almost anything when we get together on that table. But trying to expand it out into other people makes it a commission. And as we all well know, commissions and study committees even have a hard time of passing this legislature because we can't find people to serve on those commissions. And as Senator Rosenwald, I believe, brought up earlier to a testifier who was speaking to the fact that UNH and all these other people should be a part of this study committee, they don't particularly have the capacity to do something like that, but they may have the capacity to come to attend one or two of the study committee's meetings. And so I just wanted to testify in support of keeping this as a legislative study committee as opposed to expanding it out to a commission that risks filling empty seats or risks having empty seats rather. You know, we got to do the best job that we can here in this legislature for an issue that is, I think, urgent for protecting the symbiosis of our environment and our ability to move forward for another 50 to 100 years. And the way to do that, I think, is the most efficient legislative study committee that we can do, which is the bill before you. Thank you, Mr. Chair.
Questions from the committee? Nope. Thank you, Representative. And with that, we're going to close